Hello everyone and welcome back to our Lost Eidolons playthrough. Today we're resuming our last battle, and then from there we are going to finish off the lone little archer Rosalina. She has 2 HP left. Did that to avoid another crash, because I've had 2 crashes recently. First, when taking the Leroy, I had a crash right at the end of the fight, and that really pissed me off. And then the second time was a crash right after escaping from Castilian, which really annoyed me because I pulled off some really good tactical plays there. My rear guard pulled off miracles, and nobody gets to see that but me. So yeah, let's finish off Rosalina.
All you've done is delay the inevitable. Press the attack and finish them.
That would be Marshall.
The time
She's
is
back.
now. Turn their flank.
Looks like Lyriar sent some reinforcements. No matter. We'll just have to take the city before they reach us. Continue the attack.
Sir, there's an emergency dispatch from Castilian.
Out with it.
Commander Hector, he's defected and sparked an uprising in Castilian.
What?
They've already taken the city. Sir, it's chaos back there.
So, the whining dog finally bites. We can take this place anytime. Pull back for now. All forces, retreat and move out!
Looks like we're sacrificing Hector.
Talk about cutting it close.
Victory, the Siege of Pameld. Got legendary plated armor, a whole bunch of gear, a whole bunch of level ups too. I'm so glad to see Marshall back. So yeah, it looks like we're heading to Hasetz now. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the same map. Never mind. No crash. Excellent. Meld conference.
Cap, we got a message from Gilbert. He convinced Hector to flip sides. Probably why they stopped attacking. Something tells me things suddenly got eventful in Castilian.
And not a moment too soon.
Can't lay siege without supplies. They must have diverted some troops to deal with it. But that's not the only thing that saved our lives today. Marshall, it's good to have you covering my ass again.
Where else would I be?
How do you hear we were in trouble?
I never stopped listening. Leonard's been keeping me up to speed.
Guess there's no keeping secrets from you two.
Not to spoil a happy moment, but it's a little soon to celebrate. This wasn't exactly a triumph. We're lucky to be alive.
Half the walls have been demolished, and the rest aren't looking much better. If we have to defend this place again, I don't like our chances, brother.
Not to mention Alexandre's troops are in total disarray since his death.
I wish Albrecht or Gilbert were here. We sure could use one of those miracle strategists right about now.
There is someone. That woman who travels with Clara.
Hey Johanna, what miracle strategy do you have? All in all, things are looking on the up, but it's not much of an up. New prestige quests: Borislav, Corell's sword, and Raphael, Corell's shield. Robin seems preoccupied, and Salma is back. Good. Some good level ups. New entries added to the codex. New quest those left behind. We're gonna chat with them, but first let's see the training plan. I want Andrea. Bow training with plated armor. Robert. Bow training with leather armor, and let's have... Who's likely to have to step in? That would definitely be Corinne. Sword and shield with leather. For actual combat, but I guess this has its place. Yeah, Kareen. It does have its place. Hell we find ourselves in. Okay, well, still not enough codex entries for me to read them all, but we will eventually. My heart's glad to see Michelle again. Observe more, determine if it's even possible. Scout main secondary route, close, transport, decide if I really want to do this. Discuss with Marshall and him. Hey,
Hello.
Johanna.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Clara.
I'm not really the following type. Clara and I are mostly a partnership of convenience.
Seems like you two are at a crossroads lately. Sorry, I shouldn't pry. We can talk about it more some other time.
Thanks for staying behind.
Hello.
Tactical ideas. Alright, Johanna. We're stuck in a crumbling city and surrounded on all sides. Any ideas on how to turn the tide here?
I see.
1. Care to share? No. Why not? I'm hoping it won't be necessary. What does that mean? That's ominous. Alright, well, I am called elsewhere. Shield request. Threat reduction. And the grimoire, which I can't really do. Let's go talk with Marshall. So good to have her back. Hey, Robert. Forceful debate regarding expected lifespan with a specified individual. 30,000 grams. 35,000 grams. Forceful debate regarding expected lifespan of a specified individual. If said individual has military background or other martial training. 40,000 grams. Creative acquisition of desired items from parties not inclined to part with them. 25,000 grams. Note. Rate subject to adjustment based on appraisal of value upon acquisition. Persuasive, what was that? Persuasive relocation of persons strongly inclined to stay where they presently are, 75,000 grams. Persuasive extraction of desired information from persons disinclined to divulge it, 60,000 grams. With military background or other relevant training, 80,000 grams. Intentional infliction of pain upon persons ordinarily disinclined to such experiences, 20,000 grams. Purposeful infliction upon persons who enjoy that sort of thing, negotiable. Please note, all rates are subject to increase depending upon nobility of relevant persons and concomitant challenges therein. I assume that's Emil's rates. Yep.
Yes.
Marshall, welcome back.
Seems I've arrived just in the nick of time.
With a mountain of supplies and reinforcements, how did you even pull all this together? No resistance from all those fancy nobles in Lyriar?
Oh, there was resistance. But persuading people to do the right thing is my job, after all. News of Ballastar's advance certainly didn't hurt.
Ah.
Ballastar's troops made quite an impact on Lyriar. People there are terrified of his name. I can't even imagine what it must have been like for the past 2 years. And just when the cloud was starting to lift, he returned to darken the horizon again. The nobles fell in line swiftly. They know where things stand. If we fall, they're next.
It's my fault. I never imagined things could pivot this fast. I should have been more vigilant.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Just be grateful it was so easy for so long. What's important now is what lies ahead. This war is only going to get more intense from here on.
Especially now that our army's been divided. I'll be counting on you to help me hold things together.
And as always, I'll be there.
Thank you.
How was it you put it before? You're stuck with me?
And glad for it. Thanks, Marshall.
Bar increased. Quest complete. Those left behind. Alright, well. Got a decorative knife, too. We have plenty of time left, so I kind of want to do a side quest or two, if we have any. Do we? Robin. Okay, let's go find Robin. First Borislav and Raphael. Make it quick. Raphael, wasn't it? I'm sorry about Lord Corel. If he had to die, it's best he went out with a sword in his hand. That is in a bosun way. Still, he deserved better. Sounds like you respected him a lot. He had his rough spots, but he was a good man. Other nobles in Nibosa looked down on me. But never Lord Corel. Loyalty and courage. That's all he cared about. What do you think you'll do now? Join you, I guess, and kill a whole lot of Benirian dogs. Present company excluded. Any enemy of Ballastar's is a friend of mine. Ha! That's the spirit. Folks back home always mock me for being a bastard. Well, Fenice is about to learn what a bastard I can be. You're going to be replacing Fontaine on the front lines, buddy. I want to make sure that my lines are as hearty as possible. You're one of Lord Corel's men, aren't you? I was. I'm sorry. You fought bravely. Unlike some of our so-called allies. That man lifted me up from the gallows, and look how I've repaid him. I should have protected him better, gotten him out the second this fighting started. I didn't know Corel well, but I know he was a warrior, and a man used to having his way. You couldn't have gotten him out of there. There's no convincing men like that to flee a challenge. Trust me, I know. You're lucky to be alive. No, not luck. If the Creator spared me, it was for one reason and one reason only. To claim Ballastar Fenice's head. High Commander, will you accept my blade? You are going to be Raphael's aide. Sorry for the circumstances, but I'll happily welcome a sword like yours. So if we have an optional battle, thank you. I will endeavor to serve you better than I served him.
Right.
You served your lord well, and I'm confident you'll do the same here. I'm gonna have Borislav be Raphael's aide.
I'm sorry I couldn't help Lord Corel find his family shield.
Huh? Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. Well, don't let it weigh on you too much. The rest of his family gave up on it years ago. It was kind of you to offer it all.
What'll happen to Nibosa without House Felicica?
I wouldn't count them out just yet. Lord Corel had no shortage of siblings and cousins. They'll cede some ground to their rivals for a while, then come roaring back with a vengeance. He used to say the North is like its mountains, ever shifting, never changing.
He was a wise man.
No, just an experienced one. Oh, that reminds me. Found that shiny rock of his in his tent.
You're giving it to me?
I think he'd want you to have it. Now, where did I... What?
Whoa. Did that thing just light up?
Michael's Aegis must be nearby.
Looks like Lord Corel might get his wish after all.
No stone unturned. Let's go alert Francisco about it.
How's it going? Huh? What's this?
It's called a resonance stone. It leads the way to Michael's Aegis.
Wait, you mean...
It's somewhere nearby. Want to help me go and fetch it?
Hell yeah, brother! Let's do it!
To take an optional battle with Francisco. Well, Francisco's always on my side. But yeah, that'll be a good place for me to kind of revamp my forces. I think I'll keep Fontaine around for one more battle. Or more, depending on how long we have to wait. For the rest of my reinforcements to arrive. Let's talk with Andrea. check in with her, and then we'll talk to Robin.
Yeah?
Something bothering you? It's always the quiet ones.
I'm listening.
Something on your mind? Yeah, Clara's little friend. You mean Johanna? Surprised you two don't get along. What's the issue?
Maybe.
I know she's supposed to be some tactical genius. But I don't know, something about her just rubs me the wrong way. Johanna might be a little aloof, but she's here to help. If you say so. Alright. Next up, let's go talk with Robin.
Hi there.
Hey, Robin. What have you got there?
Huh? Oh, just my old bow. I pulled it out to give it a fresh coat of oil. But mostly I was just feeling nostalgic.
That's the one Robert made you, right?
Yeah. In fact, it was the first bow he ever made.
Wow. Pretty good for a first attempt.
Right? Robert's amazing at woodworking. Before we met you guys, he and I were apprentices at a carpentry shop together. Even back in Elite, he was always a better carpenter than me. I struggled a lot with getting things right, even basic stuff like driving nails. Robert was the opposite, of course. Everything he touched came out perfect. But he never looked down on me. He used to say, just do better today than you did yesterday.
Sounds like Robert. Now that I look at it, that bow has kind of a unique design.
Yeah. He based it on one from a fairy tale. The Girl and the Tiger.
Never heard of it.
It's about a girl whose village tries to sacrifice her to a tiger spirit. But before they can, she's saved by a windstorm and kills them all with a magic bow. He told me about it when we first met. I may have spent a few years trying to find it.
The bow from the story? Is it real or something?
I've always thought so, but I never did find it. Robert could probably tell you more, if you're curious.
Let's go talk about Robert. Or talk to Robert. Talk about Robert. I'm such a doofus. There he is.
Yeah?
Hey, Robert. Did you know Robin still has that bow you made for him?
Oh, gods. That old thing? Why would he hold on to junk like that?
Don't sell yourself short. That's good work, and it's important to him.
I guess I shouldn't put down my own work. I've just gotten a lot better at making bows since then. Whenever I look at that thing, all I see are a million little mistakes.
Robin seems to think your carpentry never has any.
That's nice of him to say, but it's not true. Compared to some of the real masters out there, I'm just an amateur. But what brings all this up?
Robin mentioned you based the design for his bow on one from a storybook. I was just wondering whether it actually exists.
Thinking of going treasure hunting?
Hey, with everything we've seen lately, a magic bow wouldn't surprise me. And I'll take any advantage we can get.
Well, sorry to disappoint you, but I don't think it exists. I spent a couple of weeks researching that story when I was first making the bow. I found plenty of other old fairy tales about that tiger spirit. But as for the bow itself, nothing. I had to make up most of the design myself.
So what made Robin think it was real in the first place?
You'd have to ask him.
Okay. Let's go talk to him.
Hi there.
Say, Robin, I talked to Robert about your bow. He said there's not really any evidence the bow from the story ever existed.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Then what made you so convinced it existed in the first place?
Honestly, it was more like, I don't know, wishful thinking? The first time I heard that story was when Robert and I worked together in that wood shop in Elche. I was stuck in a job I hated, with a boss who was a real jerk. I guess a story about a girl raging out and upending the world just resonated with me, you know?
Sure. Stories are why Leon and I first got into mercenary work.
Right. That story's why I got into archery. It felt like if I just found that bow, it'd make me a real hero or something.
You already are.
Yeah, I think that's what Robert was trying to say when he made me this. And it's why I don't need it anymore. I've been through a lot the past 2 years. I don't have anything left to prove.
Wow. You really have grown up. Shame about that magic bow, though. We could sure use something like that.
No kidding.
Quest complete, Whisper on the Wind. I got some gold. I'm so close with Robert. F it. We're gonna end off this episode with a gift for Robert. And then I'm gonna talk with Marshall.
Yeah?
I don't want to give him anything here, so let's go to Salma and buy more gifts. But we'll do this in the next episode.
Anything catch your eye? You're much too kind, dear.
Till next time. But yeah, the goal for this recording chunk is to get through the next chapter. I don't think I mentioned this. And then next recording chunk, get through 24 and 25, maybe 26. And then if there's still time, or hopefully then we can just do the final chapter and the game review. So yeah, till next time.